Coffee Talk, number 443 live stream, 7 p.m. Central Time, Thursday, May the, what am I saying May? It's June. June the 5th, 2025. Oh, Lord. It's a good one. Oh, man. If it was June the 5th, I still got another month of school left. No. Oh, man. June the 5th. June the 5th. Oh, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those weeks. KP Heathen, my friend, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, man. I don't usually get my intros that's screwed up. It's May the 5th. No, it's not May the 5th. It's June the 5th. Okay. So this is going to be an open whatever you want to talk about this evening. Just don't get me in trouble with YouTube. I don't want the CCP on my back. Ugh. So you said in a comment that you'd only had Starbucks once and it made you sick. Well, what kind of Starbucks was it? Was it coffee or was it like a Frappuccino or something other? My son starts school the first week of August. Yep, that's when I go back. I go back somewhere along in there. They normally have the new people go back 3 or 4 days earlier than the rest, so I shouldn't have to go through that again. But I mean, he's going to have 2 months off, which is nice. That's nice. And I'm sure, with him being off, you can give him stuff to do. If he's old enough, you can give him stuff to do. Give him some chores. Make him earn an allowance. If you give him an allowance, make him earn it. And French vanilla coffee. Oh, French vanilla. Okay. I normally get the French. I get a medium roast, and it's usually Colombian. They call them different things. So they got like a light roast and a medium. Like what I had today was a medium roast, and then I had them put creamer in it. I have to watch out. Mom of 4 boys, hello. Rachel. Holly Ivans, hello. And Enrique Trevino, hello. So today we're just going to talk about whatever we're going to talk about. Uncle Al said, don't talk about weapons. Don't talk about guns. Don't talk about the old days. Don't talk about 1995 computers. I get my hand slapped by him all the time. And then I've been listening to his videos. I've viewed 3 or 4 of his videos in the last couple of days. And I used to view everything that he put out, but I hadn't been doing that. But I'm trying to get back into viewing his stuff. Hello, Yoda's Blessed Life. Hello, Dave. Bus Stop asked about you. He may be lurking on here. He might actually comment. Those are tools, plain and simple. Hey, everyone, remember to thumbs up. Yes, please. John Holmes. John C. Holmes. So, Bus Stop asked me to link him. So, I have him linked in like my my last post. I believe I have him linked. My current post today. I think I have him linked in my channel update video. I linked a bunch of people. So I would encourage you to go through and look at that and look at those links. They're all good channels. If you're not friends with any of them, I would encourage you to become their friends, and they will become your friends. Am I in a, David, you in a pink hammer? Well, this is a green shirt. I don't know about pink, like green. Hammer, pink hammer. Someone sent me one. LOL. I don't know. I do not know. Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures. Welcome. Well, let me... I'm always doing that. Let's see, get here. Get over here. Boom. Oh, I'm looking. He's looking. And here. In here. And go to their channel. Y'all have 1.45K subscribers. You just added one. Hopefully it sticks. And you're now a standard moderator on my channel. And Uncle Aldie Bullfrog 79 came in. We have a new friend in Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Oh, they are awesome, David. Well, that's nice. I befriended them. Hopefully, we will be friends together. Mosquitoes are bad out tonight. Where are you at, John? Are you still in Louisiana? I think John's doing some traveling. Nine in the house, 7 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Melinda Elliott in the house. Hats on a mission. How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Been a while. Hats on a Mission has 174 subscribers and 16 videos. Got some good shorts up. Well, I tell you, for those of you who are normally here, we have a few new friends coming in. Well, actually, they're not necessarily new to me, but they may be new to some of you. I would encourage you all to be friendly and to befriend them. And hopefully, it'll be a mutual sharing. So, this is just basically going to be an open whatever you want to talk about tonight. I was encouraged by a bit. I've got two angels on my shoulder. I got two little people on my shoulder. On one shoulder is my friend Dave, who's going by Guru and Wahoo the Turtle Fae, but going by Yoda right now. Yoda's Blessed Life, who's got a huge channel that just blew up on him. He's like 13,000 subscribers now. I used to be bigger than him, and now he's a lot bigger than me. And then on the other shoulder, you've got a little Asian man by the name of Alan Sato, Uncle Al, who both of these guys are sort of my YouTube mentors. And they're each whispering in my ear. And Uncle Al's a lot more conservative than Yoda. And Yoda said, have a rant, David. Do 55 minutes of just ranting about whatever pisses you off. And talk about whatever. And just let everybody just rant about whatever. Just get it off your chest. And then Uncle Al says, okay, we're doing an open, but keep it down. Don't talk about this and don't talk about that. Try to stay out of politics and not anything that's going to offend anybody. And I said, well, hell, that's all I want to talk about is things that's going to offend people because I'm offended by a lot of these things, So anyway, we're not supposed to use that SUB word. I understand YouTube does not like it when you talk about SUB. Use other words besides SUB. Like, we're friends. New friend. Don't say SUB. Mike Crusher Reviews. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Coming in this evening. Appreciate you. Been a while. Been a few days since I've seen you. And I need to check. Have you got anything new posted? Mike is my go-to person. Mike is my go-to person for reviews, food, rations, freeze-dried. He is the person that I like most in this world when it comes to watching reviews. He does an excellent job. But he hasn't been putting out that much material lately, which I can certainly understand that. So we have 8 in the house and 10 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Well, what can I talk about? Let's talk about some positive things. Well, to some people it's positive, to other people it's not. The economy is doing great. And there's a lot of startup manufacturing. The government is moving to bring back certain vital manufacturing here to the United States. Steel production, medications, making our medications. They're starting to work on acquiring rare earths, minerals, and rare commodities that we need that we would purchase from somebody else, but they don't necessarily want to sell it to us now. The influx of migrants is basically shut down. They have the border under control. These are all positives. I don't know if you've heard, but they're right now trying to get that big, beautiful bill in place. And the House passed their version. Now the Senate's going to put forth their version, and then they'll be in like a reconciliation where they got to talk it out and come to some compromises, hopefully. And then they'll be able to, because the Republicans have majority in both the House and the Senate, so they can basically do what they need to do, provided that their members agree. Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Thank you for coming in. Topic suggestion: how about preparedness for the whole family? Prepping for adults is different than children, babies, pets. Well, okay. You've got to have pet food, and if you've got babies, you've got to have baby formula. You've got to have a lot of wipes. You've got to have a lot of diapers. Those are things that you need to have. You got to anticipate. You have animals. Well, you got to prep the animal food. Chicken feed, dog food, whatever you're planning on feeding them. I tell you, mentioning Susanna Morrison, her channel, I've been with her since she was probably at 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers, and in the last couple of years, she has really, really grown, and now she's at over 30,000. She is a single mother with a beautiful daughter, beautiful lady, young lady, and she puts out a lot of food shorts. She live streams. She does a lot of stuff where she's out with her child. They do a lot of things together, And she's got a wonderful channel, so I would encourage you to go check her out. She's over in the Philippines. So right now, it's 7:20. We're at 7:20, 7:15 here. It's 8:15 over there because they're 13 hours ahead of us. So it's 8:15 in the morning where she's at. And loved an image, my daughter. Okay. I sent her a copy. So Enrique wants to talk about preparedness for the whole family. Do you have people? Well, I had to resign. I had to re-sign in to watch this live stream. Well, I'm sorry about that, John. You mentioned that before. I don't know what's going on. I do not know. 14 likes. Thank you for everybody who's leaving me likes. If you just came in, we have an open topic tonight. So Enrique Trevino, Uncut L, or Dad's. He's also got his second channel is Dad's. I just thought Dad's. Suggested talking about prepping for the whole family. All right, well, little kids are probably not going to carry a bag. You're going to have maybe you might have to carry a second where mom has to carry a sling or whatever. Dad has to carry a sling bag or a section of his bag or whatever. Somebody's going to have to, you got little kids. Do you have a couple of changes of clothes? Do you have their diapers? Do you have wipes? Do you have their formula or their food? Have you made up some of their formula? Do you have food for them? Do you have a toy for them to play with? Do they have their favorite little bear or their doll or whatever? Animals. You're going to have to feed your animals. What are you going to feed them when the dog food runs out? Or, you need to take dog food with you. Chickens. Well, there's chicken feed. And then I guess you could have them free ranging. They're smart enough. They're going to come back at night and get back in their coop. Thing about free ranging is, are there wild animals, or are there dogs, or are there predators that could theoretically attack them when they're out and about, where you're at. Uh, Medications. Do the kids have medication? Are they asthmatic? Do you have to have nebulizer? Do you have to have albuterol, or you know do they have something like that? Are they taking some sort of medication regularly? Vitamins, vitamins, medications. I just went to the doctor and on Tuesday, and I just got my prescriptions today. So I'm looking at what I was taking in doses, and then what I'm taking now, or what I'm going to be taking, and it's like, whoa! I got 180 supply of this one, but it says twice a day. It's like normally you get like a 90-day supply. So where I was taking this one medication once a day, now the doctor wants me to take it twice a day. Added an additional blood pressure medication I wasn't taking before. And I'm just now looking at all this stuff. Like I was told, okay, you're going to take more cholesterol medication, your blood sugar medication. Instead of taking it once a day, you're going to take it either 3 times a day or twice a day. You can take 2 at one, and then take 1 at night, or however you want to do it. But tripling my sugar medication, my metformin. So I've got to write all this stuff down. I keep a little, and this one's for I can carry it in my pocket, or whatever, carry it in my bag. I'll also have one set in my wallet while I write down all my medications, and I'll put it in my wallet, listing who my doctor is, and with the emergency numbers and all that sort of stuff. So those are things that you need to do. Shelter for pets and livestock. Shelters don't allow them. Well, yes, I understand that. Little Lone Prepper. Hello, Little Lone Prepper. How are you doing, Barbara? A 22 Magnum. My dogs found a rabbit nest and ate all the babies. I'm surprised the mom built her nest where the dogs are in the yard. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, I was told not to talk about stuff like that. But gotta run. Game 1 of the NBA Finals starts soon, so go Pacers. Have a great night, folks. Thank you, Mike. Rooted in essential oils, my friend. Welcome. I have not been keeping track and paying attention who's coming in. I'm sorry about that. I have been told I need a wingman, and I know I need a wingman or wingwoman. I just haven't got one. There are some new folks that have come in, and there's some folks that I know that have come in recently, or that I haven't seen recently. They're all good channels. I would encourage you, if you're trying to make new friends, to look through the list and reach out. And hopefully they will reach out back to you, and both of you will be happier. I'm not supposed to use that SUB word, so I'm trying to avoid it. That's something that that the algorithm doesn't like you to do, so I'm trying to avoid that one. Rachel, that's sad, but it's nature. I guess it's survival of the fittest. Yeah, if you're raising, just like, raising rabbits, because I've raised rabbits before back in the day, they reproduce, and they breed like rabbits. So you can have them for meat. You can certainly have them for meat. And they don't take up that much space. I used to let them out, and I'd let them, hop around the backyard. When the dogs were contained. And quail, that's another one, doesn't take much space. And their eggs are about 1/3 the size of chicken eggs. So, you can, and quail reproduce really fast. They mature really fast, and they start producing eggs. And they're very tasty eggs. Um, so that's something you can think about. And chickens. Our second generation of chickens are getting ready to. I've got so many eggs coming. I've got so many eggs. My wife, it's just I can't. We're more eggs than we can handle. Right now, and the new generation of chickens hasn't started producing yet. So it is what it is. Now, somebody had said something about what is a good form of protection. Very inexpensive ammunition is the .22 long rifle. That's the cheapest ammunition you can get. It's rimfire, and you can have lever action. You can have a semi-automatic. You can have a bolt action. You can also have a pistol, whether it be revolver or semi-automatic. Same thing with the .22 Magnum, which is the step up from that. It's the same caliber, but it hits a lot harder. It's also a lot louder when you fire it. Then there's the 17 HMR, and you can get it in rifle or you can get it in pistol. And and those are the small calibers. Those are the small calibers. And then you start jumping up into like the little 25 ACP, which is not really. It's like a little pocket pistol. You really, you could. I've got a Beretta, 7-shot Beretta with the tilt barrel. 32 ACP. Again, pocket pistol. And then you get into your 38, 357, 38, and they're revolver, lever action, your old Western type, guns. That's your small stuff. Yes, skunks are bad. My dogs killed a skunk. It sprayed them, and they brought the smell inside. And this dog went and jumped up on our bed and started, just trying to get the smell off of him, and he managed to get the smell all over our bedding. That's been a while back. Skunks carry rabies. Got to think about that. Yeah, they are the worst. They are the worst. But I will tell you, and it's been a while since I bought any ammunition. It's been a while since I went shooting, target practice or whatever. But it would be nice if you had 1,000 round, whatever caliber of weapon you have. It would be nice if you had 1,000 rounds of ammunition in reserve for that weapon or for that caliber of weapon. And I may do a video on basic self-protection type weapons. Uncle Al likes his machetes. He's got his little machetes. He likes his machetes. My wife, those things look lethal. She has a couple of machetes. And I really don't like knives. I do not like knives. when it comes to, like a dirk or whatever. It's like, those are scary. They really are. I mean, I've got a couple of them. And I used to have throwing knives. I had a couple of braces. I had like a brace is two, and I had like four throwing knives that I would practice with, just for throwing, and I was pretty good from a distance of 25, 30 feet, where I could hit somebody. And I don't. I'm getting too old for that. I don't mess with that. And I used to also have a couple of hatchets that I would throw. And I said, no, I'm getting too old for that too. I don't do it, just throwing stuff. Skunks taste like rancid meat. I had some skunk meatloaf when I was in AL. Yeah. Well, I'll probably post a picture. Steak. Well, I might actually do a short on it. Steak for supper. I did steak and French fries. Made my wife a steak. I made myself a steak. Very nice. And we do steaks a couple times a week. We do burgers a couple times a week. I do meatloaf sometimes. Need to do more chicken. I haven't been doing chicken. I bought a store-bought three meat pizza, which I'll probably heat up some point this week, and that'll be a meal. I try to eat a lot of salad, oatmeal. Like last couple of days, I have not had a taco myself. I've made my wife tacos. My breakfast has basically been a couple of cups of coffee and oatmeal. Sometimes I will eat ramen. I'll put, I usually put something in it. Like the last time I did ramen, I had cut up some onions, cut up some jalapenos, had onions and jalapenos in with my ramen. And drink a lot of coffee. I don't use sugar. I need to start making sure that whatever I use doesn't have sugar in it. So Uncle Al says, well, use milk, And I guess I probably should. Joseph Moore. Welcome, Joseph Moore. Good to see you in the house. 15 likes. It is 7:30. Had possum stew. Possum stew. Oh, good Lord, you're turning redneck on me. Possum stew. Okay. My dogs have killed a possum in my backyard too. They've killed all sorts of stuff. Killed cats that are stupid enough to go into the yard. Cats will put up a fight. My dog, my little dog, got into it with the cat and killed a cat, a good-sized cat. That dog knew that dog knew it had been in a fight, but it killed that cat. And you have to butcher carefully. All right, Uncle Al. Your husband is from the swamps of Florida. Next thing you know, it's going to try to feed you some of that python. Ugh. That's something I don't think you can eat because of it's something other about the meat that you can't. It's not edible. You can't eat that kind of snake. Oh, I love chicken. I love fried chicken. Haven't cooked any catfish recently. I need to do some catfish fingers. I need to do some catfish, and coleslaw, and probably some fries and some cornbread. Yep, that's going to be a meal. Need to put that on the list of things to do. Tastes like chicken. Okay. Snapping turtle. The Cajuns. some of these, some of these, southern folks like turtle, or like the French with their frog legs. I was watching Duck Dynasty, and they were out hunting for bullfrogs. And then Grandpa, who recently passed away, he passed away this last week, I think. And he was teaching the grandkids how to, clean a frog, prep a frog for cooking. Yeah, I agree with you. I try to eat regular food. Lots of gator tail and frog legs. No, don't really care for that either. I don't like snake. I mean, like rattlesnake is supposed to taste like chicken. I don't care. I don't want it. Iguana. All right, Uncle Al, you can eat your iguana. Good Lord. Ugh. So, I have not done a coffee talk news recently. So I'm probably going to prep up and do a coffee talk news. I did a channel update video today, and it had like around 20 views. If you haven't had a chance to, please. It's like 6 minutes long, six and a half minutes long. I encourage you to view it and comment on it and leave a like on it. Remember, you want to be in the drawing for the 2,000 subscriber, you need to leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. It may be that might be one of those videos, because my bread and butter has basically been releasing shorts and then doing my live streams. I do a few videos here and there. Like in the last 48 hours, my channel has had over 6,000 views. In the last 48 hours, that's 3,000 views a day. And I mean, I've released 3 or 4 shorts in that period of time, and I've done 2 live streams. This is the second live stream I've done. I did a live stream last night, and I've done the 1 video that I just released. So I mean, I'm not putting out a lot, but it's getting a lot of views, and I really appreciate everybody who's viewing my stuff and leaving likes and leaving comments. I've also done some community posts. I try to do at least 1 community post a day. If you look at today's community post, I put 3 pictures with it. I also linked a bunch of channels. Channels that support me, that I support. Showing my appreciation. Canned rattlesnake meat, I wouldn't touch it. I hear you, I wouldn't touch it either. The farm down the way from us has emu, goats, ducks, chickens, cows, and llama. Yeah, one of my neighbors a couple of streets over, they got horses and they've got a llama. That llama, that was basically what the Incas had for a pack animal. They used llamas. They didn't have horses. Prior to the conquistadors, horses died out with the Younger Dryas, which was about 12,000 years ago. The big impact that hit the ice sheet and flooded, the biblical flood and all that sort of stuff. And sea levels rose over 400 feet and basically wiped out most of the life in North America. That North, Central America and everything, yeah. So horses and camels, they went in the Americas. So they had llamas, and llamas would be a good pack animal, like a mule or a donkey. A mule is a good cross between a donkey and a horse, mule, and they tend to be sterile, so they can't reproduce. A donkey or a mule is a good pack animal. Goats will give you milk, and they'll give you good meat. They're not expensive. They eat at just about anything. They climb. You gotta watch out your fencing. They'll try to get through any gaps in your fence. You gotta watch out with that. They like to climb. They're hard-headed, and they'll follow the billy goat, the male goat. You get a breeding pair, raise them, and then you can start. And it'll give you milk and it'll give you meat. You know, you can. They're good to have if you can't afford, if you can't deal with the full size. Like cows. Some people will raise a cow and then butcher it. You know, or they'll get somebody to butcher it. And sometimes you'll get 3 or 4 people. 4 people will go in and get quarters. They'll go in for quarters. You know, and they acquire a yearling, or they acquire, you know, and a heifer, and then they have it butchered and they have it cut up, you know, and packaged, and then they put it in the freezer, and they got meat for a year, you know, and it's a lot less expensive. A long, narrow can. Yeah, that's a good one, Enrique. Horse meat in Italy is, yeah, and horse meat is like blue. You get raw horse meat and it's like a blue. Yeah. It's supposed to be very lean meat. They also will eat it in Japan. Yes. Yeah, I grew up with horses. We had horses. Cattle, goats, chickens, donkeys. We had all that stuff. Shiva. Yeah. Goat meat, cabrito is good. I like cabrito. The Mexicans love cabrito. Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking about looking into what I need to do to sell eggs. We got so many eggs, it's not funny. Um, yeah, you talk about Uncle Al's cousin Dumas. He apparently has several relatives that are from the Dumas clan. Dumas. My mom got a German Shepherd from the army in England when she was a kid. She had to cut up a pound of horse meat a day. Yeah, you can feed them table scraps, like lots of meat and chicken and such. Um, and you can put it in with the dog. You know, we'll mix meat in with the dog food that we give them. Trying to watch the weight of our female dog. The last time she was at the vet, 140 pounds. It's a big dog. Like, some people came to the door today, and that, you know, and then I told the dogs back up, and then they thought I was talking about them, and they backed up. You know, I said, no, I'm talking to my dogs. You know, I don't want them to eat you. And they said, you got dog? Yeah, I got big dogs. You know, don't have any problems with people trying to break in. Big dogs, and they will let you know if somebody's anywhere near your property. They will let you know. Yeah, back in the day, rustlers, they'd hang them. Horse thieves, they'd hang them. My father, may he rest in peace, grew up at a time, he was born in 1913. See, he grew up at a time when they were transitioning from horses and carriages and wagons and horseback riding to automobiles. He and Uncle said, "Don't reminisce, don't talk about." You know, I talk about stuff like that. My father went with his father to buy his first vehicle, and he paid in gold coins. He had the equivalent of cash, and he basically pulled out his pocket gold coins and paid for that automobile. It was a Ford, you know, one of those model. I don't know if it was a Model T or a Model A. I don't remember, but he had bought a Ford, you know, and they had the assembly line, and they had and they were the reasonable vehicles that you could purchase. And Food Forest Permaculture. Hello, welcome to my channel. Good to see you, Howie. Head horse steak in Jersey. Model T, what color? Black or black? Yeah, back then everything was basic. Mr. Whistle, welcome to my channel that's been resting for a while. How are you doing, gentlemen? $17 likes, 13 in the house. We're doing well. Enjoying the live stream. This is an open whatever you want to talk about. Enrique had suggested talking about preparedness and what do you take for other members of the family besides just just the gentleman or the lady or whatever. Well, you got kids or you got older people. You have to take in consideration what can they carry, how old is the kid, can they carry their own stuff, do you need to make do you want to have some sort of like four-wheeled little cart that you can basically walk along with. Some people have those little lawn carts, or they have them where they can carry stuff like down to the beach, or they can, carry 100, 150 pounds, and they can put stuff in that. Children, well, depending on how old they are, babies or whatever, you need diapers, you need wipes, you need formula, you need their food or whatever, you need their changes of clothes, you need some changes of clothes for them. They have accidents. Make sure you got warm clothes for them. You got a blanket and their favorite toy, their stuffed animal. They take medication. You got to have their medication. Older people, like me, I'm sorting through all this stuff. 7 different medications now, plus the baby aspirin. Was 6, and they added 1. Then they upped the dosage on several things. Like, and I'm trying to write it all down, trying to figure out. And and you want to have a list of your medications. You want to have it in your wallet or your purse. I also have a little planner, a little short little book planner with stuff in it. Put it in that. Probably have it in my notes on my phone. Uncle Alan says, no, don't put it in your phone. Well, I'd have it in my phone too. But I mean, yeah, you do need paper copies. Most Earthlings are very unprepared for SHTF. Must look after folks if you can, but mostly you will be unable to do so. Well, that's true. 105, ouch, Uncle Al, that's really hot. Yes, backpack suitcases with wheels are a good idea. Yep. I've got one up there above my, and then I've got one in the closet, my master bedroom. Yeah. But I really think that 4-wheel cart would probably be the way to go if you're carrying a bunch of stuff. Also, you can carry your water in it. Most people have a canteen or maybe 2 canteens, and you have maybe you're carrying a half a gallon of water. Remember, a gallon of water is 8 pounds. When you start talking about a pint 16 ounces, that's 1 pound. Cup is 8 ounces. You're supposed to drink 8 glasses, glasses 8 ounces. You're supposed to drink 8 of those a day. That's the equivalent of 2 quarts a day. And it's true, most people are not ready. We have hurricane season. Started June the 1st. It runs to the end of November. This came in Probably need to do like a news thing on this. Preparedness checklist, hurricane season. Do you have an evacuation plan? Sign up for emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency supply kit, and it gives you a site you can go to. This is for Texas. Review your home insurance policy. Register with state of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry. Hurricane preparedness online resources. So here's an activity everybody can do, and I may send you something. If I don't already have your mailing address, because I have in the past, you've been one of my winners, or I've sent you something, please look at my email address. It's in the description of my video. So the channel update I did today has got my email address, davidolin@gmail.com. Email me your mailing address, if you would please. I won't share it with anybody. If you want to, send me or email me your phone number, and I will text you. And if you want to talk, we can talk. I'm off this summer, so we can have a conversation. If you want to hear from me, you want to talk, send me a message, let me know, and I will follow up with you. Cruising on the high seas. Let me look at this channel. Cruising on the high seas has just over 1,000 subscribers, 748 videos, and I am subscribed. Let me add you as a standard moderator. Cruising on the High Seas is now a standard moderator. I would encourage everybody to reach out, be friends. Cruising on the High Seas and travel. $19 likes, 8 in the house. Let's see if we can get to 20 likes. We are 53 minutes into the live stream. I may turn into a pumpkin in 7 minutes. But I will plan on being back tomorrow. I will do another post on my community wall letting you know. I may actually do a short of my upcoming live stream. I expect Uncle Al will probably contact me with the subject. He's very good about giving me notes and subject matter. He advises me, he tells me, encourages me. He mentions me in his videos. I truly appreciate that. I mention him oftentimes. I consider him, he's an old school guy. I'm an old school guy. He might have a year or two on me. And so we have a lot of similar experiences, from our past. Thank you for your service, Uncle Al. Uncle Al served in our armed forces. And for any of you who served in the armed forces or a responder, thank you for your service. You don't do it to get rich, and it's truly appreciated. And there are people who, remember we just passed Memorial Day, there are people who gave their lives in service to our country or to their country. And we need to remember them every day. Taco flavored rice and addictive cabbage. Sounds good. Like 21. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I will try to mention each of you in my post tomorrow. I'll link your channels in my post tomorrow. And like I said, go to my email, davidolin@gmail.com. Send me your mailing address. Send me, if you'd like to, your phone number. I will not share it with anybody. And if you'd like to text, if you'd like to talk, we can talk or we can text. Bus stop just likes to text. He's, I said, well, why don't you give me a call? I'll give you a call or whatever. He said, I like texting. Young people love texting. He says, I know you older guys like to talk, whatever. And then he asked me if I could do FaceTime. Yes, I can do FaceTime. I don't normally do FaceTime, but I can do FaceTime. Every once in a while, I do FaceTime with my kid. What's the cabbage addicted to? I have no idea. You're going to have to ask Uncle Al on that one. Got a comment from Lady M. Yeah, I'm looking a lot at, actively now. I see it pulls up and it shows people who are commenting on my videos, on my stuff. As I mentioned earlier, and I'm like patting myself on the back, over 6,000 views in the last 48 hours. And that's from maybe 3 or 4 shorts, 2 live streams, and the live stream's not getting that many views, maybe 50 views. And I did one video, and when I started this, I released it earlier today. It's got 20 views. Go check out my video and look at the description. There's a lot of good channels listed, that are linked there. And I do a channel update on both of my channels and stuff going on in my life right now. And it's worth, in my opinion, if you're going to watch my stuff, it's worth 6 minutes of your time. Please leave a like and a supportive comment, because remember, when I get 2,000 subscribers, and I am slowly growing, I will be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway drawing. And in order for you to qualify, you need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released. Not shorts, not posts, not live streams, videos I will have released when I hit that 2,000. Same thing when I hit 100 on my backup channel. And I think most of you here are probably subscribed to my backup channel. And it's David Lynn Be Prepared. If you want to look at my backup channel, David Lynn Be Prepared. And I basically do taco talk on it. And it is a small channel. It's got 78 subscribers right now. When that hits 100, I will do a 100 subscriber giveaway on my backup channel. So if you've got a second channel, you might want to go over and subscribe on it. And I've done that with a lot of people, because I've got 2 channels. So I am friends with a lot of people on 2 channels. Thank you for coming in, Lady M. I was over visiting her channel earlier today. She's got a very good channel. Looking at it, 3.85K subscribers, 1.7K videos. Miriam Mumbia, and I probably mispronounced that name. I'm sorry, Miriam. Lady M. And she likes to talk about African culture, real life videos, and traveling. And she's encouraging people to join. And I'm sure she will support those who support her. Dual bullfrog. You better change that name to something people can pronounce and spell, Uncle Al. Dual bullfrog. Uncle Al Die Bullfrog 79. DIE BULFROG 79. I am having fun. This has been a fun evening talking about whatever you want to talk about. I am enjoying it. I am truly enjoying it. 21 likes. 19 Well, 19 have come through and left comments. 8 in the house right now. So please check out my update, my channel update on this channel. Leave a like and a supportive comment. And I would go back several and do the same thing. I expect I will probably do a few more videos before I hit the 2,000. But when I hit the 2,000, and my channel grows in spurts. It grows in spurts. It's growing slowly right now. But when it kicks in, it will kick in. I'm thinking it's going to kick in the near future because I am picking up some. I'm picking up some membership, and I promise you, you win. You get what I show that I'm going to send. I show the process of what I do. Put your names in a hat, camouflage hat of mine, which I never wear, but I've got this camouflage hat. And I don't really wear camis. Once in a while, I wear a camouflage shirt once in a while. But I've got the full get-up, but I don't wear them. And I'll show you what I give out good stuff. Good stuff. I also give out stuff to people who follow me that don't win. You know, I mean, every so often the spirit hits me and I send stuff to people. So if you have not done so, please leave me your, please email me your address. Email me your email address. Email me your phone number. And if you'd like to talk, we can text. We can, you know. Now, I don't know that I'm gonna call somebody in Africa because that'd probably be an expensive call. But if you're in the continental, you know, if you're in the States, certainly please. And we will. And you know, you can be around the world and we can email. And it doesn't cost to email. But please share your. And I will not share it with anybody. I encourage you to do so. If I don't have your information, please do so. Here we come with another one, though. Mumbia at lower MUMBUA. Let me check out this channel. Oh, I'm thinking this is okay, this is the backup channel. This is the backup channel. Lady M, we are friends on the backup channel. And you are now a standard moderator on the backup channel. Yes, we are now. 7 in the house, 22 likes. All right. Well, it's getting time for me to turn into a pumpkin. I'm 63 minutes, 64 minutes into my stream. I will plan on being back tomorrow with another live stream Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. I will do a post of and I might even do a short. I will do a post so for tomorrow, announcing the live stream, and I will try to link all 20 channels that came in here tonight and identified themselves. Again, I encourage you, please email me your mailing address. I get your email. We can email back and forth, or send me your phone number and we'll text. And if you want to talk, we can talk. So I say the same thing when I get off of my videos. When I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I'm 63 years old, and I don't know how much time I have. My health is not what it used to be. I hope I live another 30 years. I have 2 uncles on my father's side that lived to be in their mid-90s, so hopefully I can get there. They didn't have the best health in the world when they got older. I get up in the morning. I thank God for the day. I say the Lord's Prayer. I drink my coffee. I take my medication. I'm trying to figure out. I need to get a larger. I need one that's got an AM and a PM. So Gonna order that on Amazon. Went over to I went over to the post office today to complain about the fact that I'm getting other people's mail. Other people are getting my mail. There's some stuff. I order stuff from Amazon all the time. I got some notifications here recently on a couple of orders that I had received it, and no, I hadn't. So I had to call Amazon to let them know and, you know, get things straightened out, and that was a pain in the butt. So I went over to talk to the supervisor. Took him some mail. The same numbers, but a different street. And just I said, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but I'd like to get my mail, and I don't want to get somebody else's mail. They need to really, you know. So you know how that happens, or you probably know how that works. Did I tick off? I said, you know, I don't want to make any enemies, but probably did, you know. But if I keep having, because I get stuff from people that I know's coming, and if it doesn't come, and it's not just Amazon, it's other, you know, things too. If it doesn't come, then I'm getting ready to raise hell. You know, don't want to, but I mean, I want my mail. Anyway, so I was a scout for 2 years before my father passed away. I believe in the scout motto, be prepared. That's my channel is about preparedness and being prepared. And everybody, please have a blessed day, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Thank you. Watch my latest channel update. Leave a like and supportive comment. Bye.